Alrighty. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sparx's 2 key event presented by Joke. I know y'all got debated by the whole no commentary. I decided to step in last minute. So, we are getting underway with the final few matches we have of this weekend. And we're going to be rounding out those losers bracket matches. Right now, I believe this is our this is a conditional match between Bagjettka and happergamer. Happergamer had to beat LS Scob to get here, while Bagjettka did win by default against Tom is Not Good to get where they are now. And we are immediately getting into things. These players are all ready and just absolutely determined to get this match underway. Bagjettka won the role, and they opted for LN2 as their first pick. As of now, happergamer having a pretty solid lead over Bagjettka. Bagjettka did miss pretty early at the beginning of the chart, but is trying their best to get that accuracy back up. But as we are already reaching the final third of the map, there's not really much you can really do when you're already nearing the tail end of this beat map. It only goes on for so much time. Even though Bagjetka's valiant effort to really bring that accuracy back in their favor, they're already at the 98 range. But it's just happergamer is ahead by about 0.7% and is not willing to give up that lead. Even with a couple 200s here and there from happergamer, they are on an FC run. And just like that, happergamer is going to take an early first point and the first break point of this match. And already off to a pretty strong start, actually, for happergamer. As looks like Bagjettka had the wrong keybinds, might have just hit the keyboard, or might have just had their fingers on the different keys than what they wanted. Unfortunate that it happens, but nothing really you can do. And happergamer gonna stay in that LN related range and gonna head for credits. Rice 2. I mean, not Rice 2, Hybrid 2. I'm getting mixed up with Purple Perplex. That's normally the Rice Hybrid, Rice 5. But yeah, heading underway with credits. I do not know how to feel about this pick. I mean, seeing how strong the LNs are going for happergamer straight out of the get-go, I mean, this does seem like a pretty decent pick, but it really depends on how you hit this first section. And oh, Bagjettka! Rushing that section, and they're still... This is probably one of the hardest sections of the map right here, is getting these timings down to a T. And Bagjettka hit it so early. A lot of goods and bads flying from Bagjettka already. And that's an already 30,000 point lead in favor of happergamer. And I'm pretty sure that probably already was the decider right there. As I mean, these jacks are also pretty easy to slip up on, but not as hard as like most stuff in this chart. And I feel like that section right there, Bagjettka had such a big loss in accuracy. I believe they were in the D rank range actually. But they are starting to recover fast, but this map is so short, you don't have much time to get that accuracy back up. And even with Bagjetka's valiant effort hitting all these sections, heading into this probably one of the hardest parts of the map, they are trying to keep things nailed to a T, but unfortunately, there's just not enough map. Even with this section right here, it's not going to be enough. And I think I think it was just that beginning alone that gave happergamer that lead, but we're just gonna have to see. If it weren't for that early section, would Bagjettka have taken the point? That is the question that I want to know. And yeah, that would have been the deciding factor, I think. even though that, yeah, Bagjettka would have won if it weren't for that beginning. I mean, I have heard that the beginning has had the note lag, like the first note lag, which definitely Bagjettka is not the only one that has definitely messed up on that section. Whether it would just be not getting the patterns right or getting the timing right, or just having that first note lag or whatever. I know there are plenty of other players that have had that issue, and Bagjettka gonna trying to cut this lead in half here. Try to go for Rice 1. Gonna head for the less dense Rice pick and the more alternating based pick. And I think as long as Bagjettka can hold the stronger ratio against happergamer, this can go in their favor. They cannot afford another breakpoint in this match. And here we go, underway with Rice 1. As both players had the auto mod on for a bit, but they finally disabled it. Happergamer dropping an early 200. So there was plenty of map that was just the opening section, but these triple jacks can definitely trip up any player. Makes you think that happergamer might be single tapping this map, which with all the triple jacks that are scattered throughout this chart, you don't want to go in on single tapping. And there's a break from happergamer. That is probably one of the worst response to find a break when you're almost nearing the halfway mark. And approaching the halfway section of the map now. Happergamer trying to recover that accuracy. I mean, it is entirely possible. We still have lots of map to go. Bagjettka is at that low 99 range, so it is in striking distance, but I think you're going to have to see a miss from Bagjettka if you want that lead to settle in the middle. But there it is! There it is! Hold on a second. There is still opportunity. You might need to find another one. But oh my god! Oh my god! Wait! But happergamer is not doing... But happergamer is not climbing up that accuracy! Oh, if happergamer climbed up that accuracy, that would have been the settling factor! But even though Bagjettka found those misses at the end, it wasn't enough to swing that lead back in happergamer's favor. Oh my god! Just when signs of life were showing for happergamer. Oh man. And it came down to the lag spike. Oh, you hate to see it. And happergamer gonna opt for Rice 4. Gonna try to see if they can make things a 3-1 situation, but Bagjettka making it on the board. So you can put the brooms away as they are on the board. It is 2-1. And happergamer gonna try to slip up Bagjettka on more of the really awkward snappings and the more tricky trying to balance out some. I'm pretty sure LNs are sometimes scattered throughout this chart alongside those flans and graces. And definitely lots of snapping changes as well. As you can see, it goes from 1/3 up to 1/4, kind of like, I believe it was round of 16 race 2, where it had that 1/3 snapping it. Oh, Bagjettka finding it early. I think that might have been a slider break. And happergamer gonna take an early lead off of that break from Bagjettka, but this is, I think, the second longest Rice pick in this pool, clocking in at just 3 minutes and 11 seconds. So you do have lots of time to climb up that accuracy to make up for that miss. This is one of the occasions where You can take an early break at the beginning, and things will be fine in the end, as Bagjettka is already putting up a valiant effort to clean up from that miss. Already about a matchup with happergamer's accuracy, crossing that 400 combo cap as well. And as more of these LNs approach on that left column, and more of these flams kind of coming in, more of these pretty, not the hardest thing in the world for tech, as it's just kind of keeping you in check. But as more of these flams start jumping in now, and some pretty tricky jack coordination, both players handling them fairly well. Happergamer climbing their accuracy up to 99.6, going to increase that lead just a tad bit, but Bagjettka trying their hardest to also climb that accuracy up. And right now it is just a 1 miss differential. As long as Bagjettka keeps that accuracy in check with happergamer, this could potentially be a threat if happergamer ends up finding something on these jacks. And I mean, these are very tricky jacks. I believe some players have either struggled to hit the jacks, these flams, or have slider broke when trying to hit the long jack. So, and there's a drop in accuracy from happergamer, but it's not the biggest accuracy drop, but it definitely is gonna make things even more in striking distance of Bagjettka, and another 200 that will shrink that lead down to 8,000 points. And as we approach this final quarter of the map, it's less than 1/10 of a percentage between these two. And as Bagjettka starts climbing up that accuracy, oh, happergamer! And there's a... This is Bagjetka's chance to take this lead in their favor. That was a nasty break, dropping them down into the 98s. And now Bagjettka is in the driver's seat, 99.4. A lot of combo as well, 1.4 thousand, and happergamer kind of crumbling under pressure in the final section of the map. There is definitely opportunity for Bagjettka to miss some more, but it's going to take some detrimental misses if happergamer wants to take this point in their favor. But Bagjettka is not looking like they're going to budge at all, and they are going to tie things up at 2 and take a break point off of happergamer. Oh my goodness, that was something. It came down to, yeah, once again, those LNs and those flams are tricky to nail, and it caught up happergamer at the worst given moment. But I think even if that miss was not there, Bagjettka might have had enough to take that lead in their favor. As you can see, those misses definitely would have checked out, and Bagjettka having the better ratio and 200 count overall, it could have went in their favor, but it would have been pretty darn close. But Bagjettka gonna opt for hybrid 1, gonna jump back into the hybrids. And this is a pretty interesting hybrid pick. Normally this one gets the ban immediately if a player were to knock out a hybrid pick. And here we go underway with LN, or with hybrid 1, the LN based hybrid. And right now Bagjettka having just the sheer lead over accuracy, and there's an early break from happergamer. I think there might have been a few breaks in there. And Bagjettka gonna have a little bit of a cushion, a little bit of a 9,000 point cushion to start off this map. And once it starts, it does not stop. Lots of these jacks that you have to coordinate back and forth, as well as some shields, and of course, those LN releases, keeping you in check. And right now, the accuracy is actually not that far apart. Happergamer crossing that 400 combo cap. Oh, but as I say that, they find another break, and that's going to drop them down into the low 98 range. But Bagjettka also found a fair share of accuracy drops as well, but still holding on to their combo. That's all that matters for bagjettka as of now. happergamer is going to have to make a valiant effort to climb their accuracy back, and as of now, they're doing very solid in trying to up that accuracy. And as we get a little bit of a break here from all that LM, it immediately jumps back into some more tricky flams with some awkward shields in there, and both players missing at the exact same time. But bagjettka still having the lead, and it is starting to get wider and wider, this lead, as this map continues on forward. Now almost a 30,000 point lead in bagjetka's favor, as more of these shields and releases come raining down for this final part of the map. happergamer climbing up into the 98 range, but bagjettka is nearing 99. You're gonna have to see a plethora of 100s or even a miss if you want bagjettka to at least shrink in this lead down to maybe 20,000 points or so. But so far, they are absolutely putting this in cruise control right now. And the map is about to conclude. bagjettka is going to make things 3-2 and take the lead. 3 unanswered points in a row for bagjettka. But that was off of their own pick. It is now happergamer's turn to pick. And we can see these 200 counts are fairly close, actually. 43 and 56, only a 13-200 difference. And I think if Hybrid 3 were to get the pick, it would definitely come down to that, definitely for the 200s, as I think that has been the more favorable hybrid outside of maybe credits. But I know lots of people have nothing really, or have next to no struggles with that chart. And we're actually going to jump into SV. happergamer opting for the SV pick. And it really comes down to, I mean, this is pretty much a shot in the dark for happergamer, because they do not know if bagjettka has practiced this map or not, because their last match was a win by default. Although happergamer versus Scob, that did in fact get played, and SV was not played in that match. So both of these players don't know the other side on score. So it is going to be very interesting to see how this goes, because Scob did ban SV against happergamer. So who knows? Maybe one player learned it, maybe both of them learned it, or maybe none learned it. It could 100% be a mind game, but happergamer needs to take this point to tie things up at 3, because they cannot afford to give bagjettka a breakpoint. And right now, both players... Oh, there's a rush of 200s and a 100 from bagjettka. happergamer having the better accuracy out of this beginning. bagjettka finding a 200 as well. And oof, they're finding some pretty nasty drops here, but we just started off this map. There definitely are more patterns to mess up on. Lots of these trills that kind of teleport out of nowhere. Lots of these stutters as well, and a few more slow jams up ahead as well. And also that final note at the end of the chart that catches up some people if they are not careful. And right now, happergamer has a lead by roughly 15,000 points, but starts to increase from every 200 that bagjettka gets. And right now, bagjettka rushes a bit on these trails here, on the slow jam. The triple jack's coming up now, I believe, after these trills, if I know this map structure. Yeah, here come the triple jacks. If I'm under the knowledge that both of these players are single tapping, because I believe, I'm pretty sure happergamer was single tapping, or just could be their alternating is not their strongest, but both players nailing that section. But here come the awkward trills where you're hitting that mini jack at the tail end of that trill. Both players getting through that as well. It's just happergamer has the better accuracy, but for every oh, but there's a break from bagjettka on the fast jam, and that lead immediately increases by around 10,000 points in favor of happergamer. And now it's a full percentage difference in accuracy, and it's pretty safe to say that unless happergamer's power goes out, they have taken this point and will tie things up at 3. It's all going to come down to who hits the final part, though. Who hits that last note? Here we go. Let's see who hits it. Oh, happergamer hits it, but bagjettka finds the break on that final note, and happergamer ties it up at 3. We are down to bagjetka's last pick of this match, and it's really going to make it count. They still have LN1 and Hybrid 3 on the board. They have mainly been going for pretty much everything around. Yeah, they're going to go for Rice too. They've been picking pretty much everything out of these. They've just been picking everything off this map pool. And they're going to head for Rice 2, Common World Domination, so exhausting all of the Rice picks. And this is practically a do-or-die situation for bagjettka. They need to win this pick. They cannot. This is the opportunity. Yeah, this definitely has tiebreaker potential. And unless back-to-back breakpoints happen, then if happergamer takes this, then they're in a pretty good spot of taking a 5-3 win over bagjettka. But bagjettka needs to pretty much lock in, honestly. If I have to put it straight, they have won all of the Rice picks so far. They took Rice 1 and Rice 4. So off of those trends, bagjettka has been very consistent on the Rice picks, and happergamer has been taking everything else outside of that, besides one of the hybrids. But here we go, underway with the intro of this chart. It is fairly long, so like I mentioned, kind of like in Rice 4, you can take a few hits at the beginning, and you'll be fine going into that later half of the map, if that's your only job throughout the chart. And right now, it's coming off of sheer accuracy with both these players. 700s of a percentage separating these two, and it's roughly 500 points in bagjetka's favor. And as we get more of these alternating mini jacks with the trills in the middle, I think happergamer might have found a 200, or maybe just a plethora of 300s as their accuracy drops down a bit. But that lead is still less than 1,000 points. bagjettka still remaining in that 99.9 range, as we are about to reach the halfway section of this map pretty soon. And this back half has the hardest part of the map in it, with a lot of trails transitioning into some pretty rough mini jacks. Now as bagjettka starts to take a bit more of a commanding lead over happergamer, only still by about 1,500 points on their side, but it's now a 1/10 of a percentage of difference as happergamer starts finding a bit more 300s than maybe what they wanted. We are going to head into the kind of like the main part of the section. Here we go. Lots of these trills and fast mini jacks. Definitely miss potential or 200s, but so far both these players are nailing it. happergamer finds the 200, but that's all they'll find. There is still opportunity for things to switch up, as that was, I'm pretty sure, a 1-200 run right now for happergamer. They have the rest of this map to make up for that accuracy, and so far they're doing a really good job. Both players still holding up fairly well. bagjettka on the V1 double S run still. It's the difference of 1-200, maybe 2, but as of now, it looks to be either 1 or 2. And as we near the ending section of the map, where more of these jacks where these jacks are a bit more prominent, heading into the final section of the chart. 3,000 points in Bagjetka's favor, just as long as they can keep that accuracy in check. They will be taking this point and will be making things a match point situation. A 996 versus a 992. And even with those two 200s, if happergamer was on a perfect V1 double S run, it wouldn't have been enough. And Bagjetka still would have taken that point. A V1 double S. Oh my goodness. And now it is the last pick of this match. Happergamer really needs to strategize with their final two maps they have. They either go for the LN-based pick or the Rice-based pick. And they're going to go for the LN-based pick. They're going to go for LN1. And this is going to be their last resort pick. We're either going to see the first tiebreaker of this quarterfinal stage, or Bagjetka will be moving on to the losers semifinals as a winner. But we're gonna have to see with this more timing and release based chart. I know being mapped by nivs, they tend to make things a bit harder than what the players expected it to be, as this map definitely is a prime example of that. Pretty much every other node is on a different snapping and different LN release. And opening up the map, these players are tied. There's a couple 200s from happergamer, but Bagjetka trades them back. There's pretty much nothing to comment on, as these players are relatively tied. But as this map develops a bit more, we'll get more of a decisive lead. And as of now, happergamer is behind by just a bit, but not by much. Still in the triple-digit score difference, as yeah, these players are tied pretty much. Even with happergamer's slight accuracy drops here and there, that lead will start to grow a bit more. But it seems like with every 200 that happergamer finds, Bagjetka immediately trades it back, as we get a bit more of an inverse related section with some more awkward releases. But heading into the chorus where timing is key, happergamer starting to drop down a bit more their accuracy, as Bagjetka is still ahead now by pretty much 0.2%. But as we continue forward into the halfway mark of this map, that lead is starting to expand into a 4,000 point lead, now nearing 5,000 as Bagjetka starts climbing up that accuracy. Happergamer is still in striking distance, but Bagjetka, if they're going to keep this consistency throughout this map, they are going to go as a winner. But there are some 200s, and there's a break! Hold on, there's another one! And now this lead difference is going to shrink right in the middle, lean over towards happergamer's side. But the accuracy is still in Bagjetka's field of range. If happergamer doesn't climb up that accuracy, this is going to be brutal, because Bagjetka has a lot more map left to go to reach that 400 combo cap, and that lead's already shrinking, as Bagjetka is going to take this lead back in their favor as they cross the 400 combo cap. And there is still map to go. There is still miss potential still, because those look like two very awkward misses. Maybe it could have been a hardware miss, maybe just a double tap, but you're going to need to find another one if you want to swing this lead over to happergamer. And right now, if Bagjetka does not find one nearing the end of this chart, they are going to take this, but there is still map to go. Cannot confirm anything yet. We have seen lots of shocking things happen in this tournament. And there's a break! Is the swing the lead over? Is it enough? Is that enough? bagjettka at the end of the map, and I think that is enough to force a tiebreaker, and it is! We are going to a tiebreaker! What in the living hell just happened? What the hell was that? What? I mean, bagjetka's happy about it, so either they purposely found those misses or they just collapsed under pressure, but either way, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to a tiebreaker. Ring the bells, ping the server, grab the camera, mom get the camera, we are going to a tiebreaker. The first time we are seeing this tiebreaker live outside of the showcase. And here we go. Opening up with a pretty early break from happergamer, but it's not going to matter much. This tiebreaker is really short too, less than 4 minutes. Wow. But bagjettka finds that missed trace. Ooh, whoa. Finds a bit of rushes in bad judgments, but it's not really going to do much as happergamer trades it back. And now it's pretty much tied, like it is, yeah, put a postal stamp in that lead, because that is pretty much the size of that lead. It's slightly in bagjetka's favor with accuracy. But I would reckon once that 400 combo cap does hit, that lead will become more prominent. And happergamer finding some 200s on these jacks. Not the most comfortable thing in the world for happergamer to hit. Oh, but bagjettka misses on those jacks. That lead is going to swing over in happergamer's favor, but it's the accuracy, and bagjettka misses again. Happergamer has the slight accuracy advantage, and happergamer trades that miss. Everybody's missing now, but oh my god, they are trading back and forth. bagjettka finds an extra miss. Happergamer's going to have a slight lead, but happergamer trades the miss back, and that lead now back in bagjetka's favor. It seems like every time this map changes patterns, it finds a new lead, and this is, but now bagjettka is starting to form a lead now as happergamer finds the break in a couple of 200s, and bagjettka has a strong lead going into the back half of this map. 7,000 points, but there is still a map to go, ladies and gentlemen. We still have a lot more to go. It is not completely over for any of these players yet, as happergamer is not too far behind in accuracy, but bagjettka will cross that 400 combo cap range. Happergamer is nearing it, but they need to up that accuracy a bit more. And as we get a little bit of a bridge before we head into that next drop, this is a prime section for both these players to climb up in accuracy. And here we go as we head into the drop. First, we get this build up with some mini jacks intros that can be slipped up on easy if you're not careful. Oh, those fast trills catching up both players, missing at the exact same section, and heading into the main section of it all. Both players absolutely crushing it, but happergamer found the rough end of the section as they are down in the high 96 range, while bagjettka is in the low 97s, as it's just bagjettka having the better accuracy and probably on a better miss count too, as happergamer drops, but bagjettka trades it back. But then again, it's sheer accuracy, as bagjettka is pretty much a whole percentage ahead of happergamer. And 32,000 points in bagjetka's favor. Even with these misses raining down on both sides, bagjettka finds a break and happergamer trades it back. And there's a miss. Will it be traded back? Doesn't look like it's gonna be traded back, but I think when you're this late into the map, it's not really going to matter. And bagjettka will be winning the match 5-4 in a tiebreaker. Wow, like, what else is there to say? That was a match and a half, ladies and gentlemen, as bagjettka came back from a 2-0 lead to score 3 unanswered points in a row, and then forcing a tiebreaker from happergamer. I am beyond speechless. But congratulations to bagjettka for securing the victory and moving on to the losers semifinals. Unfortunately, it is the end of the line for happergamer as they have been eliminated from this tournament. But bagjettka will carry on to verse Zeno next week in the losers semifinals, and that will be a tight match. But now there were only 2 matches remaining. It's going to be Dat No Name Boy versus Sparxe in less than half an hour. And then tomorrow you'll see Kalaipora versus Dragon to round out that winner's bracket. So do not miss out on those. And also, the map pool showcase will be happening at 21 UTC. So in an hour and a half, so sandwiched between these 2 matches will be that map pool showcase for the semifinals. So don't miss any of that. But for now, I've been Sunny. You've been watching Sparxe' 2 Key event. So long.